There's something truly terrifying about a man dressed in a sailor suit chasing you with the intent to kill. And that man is none other than Josuke Higashikata of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures 8th part, Jojolion. So recently I just finished Jojolion the other day, and I have to say, Josuke is definitely my favorite JoJo's protagonist. And again, that is saying a lot considering there are so many great candidates in all the parts so far. But I think what really sets him apart from them, or at least what endeared him towards me, was his personality, but also the mystery around his identity. Josuke at times has very violent tendencies and can be really brutal. Take for example his moment with Demo. Demo essentially is this guy who's tried to attack Josuke. He's given up and now he's running away. But Josuke then proceeds to follow this man through all of town and then just beats him to death in broad daylight. Josuke is truly the best example of you mess around, you find out. Josuke is not the kind of guy you want to mess with. It can be really satisfying to just watch a character just unleash all their strength and just beat down on someone. And Josuke gives you that. He gives you that. But at the same time, he also gives you really soft moments. And I like how these contrast against his more violent moments. To people he thinks aren't necessarily his enemies, even those who've attacked him, he can be kinder, he can be sweeter. And again, we can see this in when he talks to Nijimura. Nijimura attempts to attack him. She literally tries to kill him on several occasions over the course of their stand fight. But after finding out the reason for why she does this, after finding out that, oh, she just does this because she wants to protect their mother, Josuke respects her reason. He respects the reason for doing it. And it's just a really great show of the compassion he has. Because for Josuke, finding out his identity is literally the only reason he has to live at the moment. But still, in spite of the fact that respecting her wishes and not going to seek out her mother will make it harder for him to find out his identity, he still does. And honestly, I respect him for it, but I don't think I could ever do it. If somebody comes at me with intent to kill, which she definitely came at Josuke with, I think it's on sight. It's on sight at that point. But yeah, Josuke's not just a nice guy. He's also a very nice looking guy. He's a handsome boy. Let's look at him, for example. Gap in his teeth. Immaculate drip. 4 balls. Yes, 4 balls. Twice as much as me and twice the man I'll ever be. And I have to say, Josuke definitely knows it. He's no stranger to the art of game. He's no stranger to using his looks and his appeal to get what he wants. But what this is good for is it shows he's a really entertaining guy. He has multiple facets to his character. He can be strong, he can be kind, he can be cool. He has everything you want in a character. On a more serious note though, I do also think the mystery surrounding Josuke is really, really compelling to watch. And spoilers ahead for anyone who's not read this part now. I think the reveal of who he was, or at least half of him, was Yoshikage Kira, was a really great choice by Araki. Immediately does a lot to make you interested in what's going on with his character. Who is he? Because Kira is the main antagonist from the previous time we were in Morio. And he's such a brutal and cruel human being. You start to think, is he the same? Is our main JoJo going to be evil? And that does a really good job of making you intrigued and wanting to see what will happen next. But also, looking at Josuke's emotional journey of trying to find out his identity is really, really interesting to watch. First, he has no memories, and what he wants to do is find out these memories. But the thing is, the lack of these memories leaves Josuke deeply, deeply saddened, but also deeply, deeply lonely. Josuke has nobody who's looking for him. He has nobody that he knows. And then this leaves him just feeling so alone. And that's one of the reasons why he clings to Yasuho as he does, because he has nobody else. So we start here, then we go to the first time he really sort of finds out who he is, and that's with Nijimura. You think this would be a happy moment, a joyous time. He's finally getting a chance to find out what he's been searching for. But it's not. Josuke cries when finding out who he is. He has fear over finding out what's really happened to him. It essentially feels to him that the information he's received tells him that he isn't real, and then this makes him sad. And this is really well done because it contrasts against that brutality that you see earlier on. Josuke is someone who can be so cool, he's someone who can be so strong, but again, he has his own moments of weakness and he has his own moments of insecurity. And then the eventual conclusion of this sort of arc is when he finds a new identity. This is mainly done through like sort of Meet and Holly. He no longer cares about who he was in the past, whether he was Josefumi, whether he was Yoshikage Kira. He's Josuke Higashikata. And one of the reasons he's going to have to continue living now, and his main purpose for continuing to go in, is helping Holly. And I think that's really beautiful, to have this character who's come from nothing to then essentially find something, discard the past and just focus on the present. Again, it's really satisfying. And I have to say, it's for those reasons that I love Josuke Higashikata. To anyone who's made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate it. As a small content creator, I would also really appreciate if you were to check out one of my other videos. It would really be helpful for the channel. And I hope I see you again next time. So yeah, until next time.